So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the power of community. I think this came into my mind because of the Taiwanese nuns that came for a program for a while, and we were talking about communities, etc. And I think with the Vinaya class too, it kind of brought that to mind. So I did just want to talk a little bit about how community has changed over my time here at the Abbey. I referenced a book that was helpful in kind of thinking about this also. It's Venerable Bhikshuni Master Wu Yin's book, Building Community, which is a beautiful book. And she writes about how our individual practice flourishes in a community setting with the support of a spiritual mentor and fellow monastics. And I'll just read a little bit of what she writes and then apply it kind of a bit to what I've experienced here. So she writes, Buddhism is a religion that emphasizes attaining awakening through personal effort. If the relationship between the individual and the group is based on each person following his or her own ideas and wishes, the process of the individual integrating into the community will be no easy matter. We know about that. The group is made up of all kinds of combinations of people from different places and disparate backgrounds. Together they align themselves to a shared philosophy and support one another. Only in this way can they become a community. She continues, understanding the relationship between the individual and the community based on the Buddhist worldview, we see that people mutually influence each other when they form a group that shares a deeply felt connection. Each person has roles and responsibilities toward self and others. The community and the individual nourish each other, sharing resources and growing together. This provides deep, long-term inspiration that brings enthusiasm and value together. In this light, the full development of capable individuals is the primary person for a religious community existence and continuation. A community is made up of individuals, and individuals are the source of a communal strength. The two exist in mutual dependence. Working together with the collective wisdom and effort, the community will have a greater impact. At the same time, individuals can enjoy the support of the community and not fight a lone battle, accomplishing nothing. So thinking about this, I think of it in a couple ways. First of all, in the community's collective meditation process that we have, and how it's changed over the years. When I first came to the Abbey, there were maybe 4 to 6 people in the meditation hall. And it was a very busy place. We were pretty new at meditating, I think, and so we were kind of restless, and our mind was really not tamed at all. And it just had an energy of busy. And then when we had a 3-month Vajrasattva retreat, that was back in 2006, we had 12 people in the meditation hall. And there was a big group that came from Mexico that year. And I tell you, that was such a busy time. We had one fellow who was really cold because he was from Mexico, of course. And so he would come in with this big, huge winter jacket on, the kind that makes noise every time you touch it. You know, it's polyester or something. And so he'd come in all bundled up and then sit for a while, and then pretty soon you'd hear the zipper come down. And then he'd take this off, and it was like this loud, I don't know, like aluminum foil, sound kind of. And then it would be off for a while, and then after a little while, it'd get cold again, and then it would come back on. And so, really, the whole 3 months, we had that. And it was not quiet in there, I will say. Boy, just so loud. But now, let's fast forward to now. And so we have about 18 monastics regularly in the meditation hall, as well as guests, sometimes up to, 6 to 8 guests, we can have. And what has changed is the quiet in that hall and the energy of, I don't know, it's like we're all kind of supporting the place and supporting our meditation together. And people don't move. And guests, even guests that are quite new to Buddhism, they're quiet and they're not moving. And I think it's that collective energy that we have that's what's set in there and that's what is held. And it's so beautiful and so conducive to meditation. It's really wonderful. And then the second thing is the people that every day somebody else leads the practices that we do, and a meditation or a motivation is given each time. And over the years, what I have learned from those motivations is so beautiful and so helpful. And it also kind of, I don't know, it's like those motivations keep kind of a overview and a pulse on what's going on with us all, sort of. And so there's really a feeling of connectedness through those motivations. And I've learned so much over the years from them. So that's also a beautiful thing. And then the third thing I was thinking about, just as I came up here, that also popped into my head was that when we have a big retreat here, like the one that we just had, the power of the community holding the space is also palatable. And it's kind of this seamless thing that happens. We all know what is going to happen and roll out as the day goes on, and everybody supports everybody in that happening. And so if somebody needs help, there's no discussion or talking. We just step up and do what is needed. And the people that are here visiting then get to experience this unencumbered time where they can really focus on the teachings and on the meditation. And they're not worried about, what's next and what's going to happen. And that's because everybody is so connected because we practice together, I think. So it's really a beautiful thing to pay attention to. And it just comes, I don't think it's like any of us thought, okay, let's find this energy and connect it together and do something. It doesn't, it just naturally happens because we're all going in the same direction. We all have the same goals. And we all have the shared experience and shared practices. And so it just naturally evolves in this way. So it's very precious. And so I think we can rejoice in the brilliance of the Buddha's vision in setting up monastic communities. Brilliant. And that's so supportive and growth producing, so that we can all continue to progress on this unfailable path to continue to grow our practice deeper and deeper, develop our good qualities more and more, so that we can continue on this path to full awakening, at which point then we really will know very clearly how to help all living beings. And so let's go that direction.